A hush. A wave crashing softly. Lauren dreamt she was lying near the ocean, wrapped in silence and moonlight. She reached out for comfort. Not a blanket, but a thick, rolling wave. It looked so inviting. Fluid, yet strong. She tried to pull it over her shoulders like a soft, cool cover. But the moment she tried to hold it, it slipped away. Again and again, the ocean refused to be her blanket. She whispered in her dream, almost pleading, "Stay. Stay with me." The wave receded, and Lauren woke up. Her eyes fluttered open to the faint light of morning slicing through the curtains. Confused, she blinked at the ceiling, her heart beating just a little faster than it should. What was that? She whispered. A dream? A metaphor? A memory? She sat up slowly, rubbing her temples. There was a kind of ache in her chest she couldn't quite name, like she had reached for something essential and come up empty. Her eyes shifted toward the phone, resting face down on the nightstand. That's when she remembered. Alex. The message had appeared just as Emre's hand held hers under the stars. The timing couldn't have been worse. It had pulled her out of one moment and dragged her back into another. Lauren sighed, picked up the phone, and unlocked the screen. She hadn't opened it then, but she did now. "Hey, Cupcake, where are you? I am dead worried. Your apartment was empty and your sister's not telling me your whereabouts." Cupcake. That name, once so sweet, now tasted like stale sugar. It was always his way of softening things, of pretending everything was fine when it wasn't. Her fingers hovered over the keyboard, then typed steadily. "I think I made myself clear the last time, Alex. I am done. I will not repeat myself just because you refuse to understand." She set the phone down firmly, exhaling as if releasing months of pressure in one breath. To ground herself, Lauren turned to comfort in motion, the slow rhythm of a morning routine. She fed the striped tabby cat she'd adopted from the little cafe she loved. He purred and curled around her ankles. She brushed her hair, chose a soft blue blouse, and made herself French toast, letting the scent of butter and cinnamon fill the small apartment like a quiet kind of healing. Later, at that same cafe overlooking the Bosphorus, she opened her laptop, tea steaming beside her. Her fingers moved quickly over the keyboard, debugging a piece of messy code, but her thoughts still clung to the morning. The screen reflected her focused gaze, until a pair of familiar hands gently rested on her shoulders. She startled, and then she smiled. "Emre." Without hesitation, she turned, rising halfway to kiss him. It was brief but real, filled with warmth. He pulled up a chair and settled in across from her. One foot casually rested on the balcony railing. Behind him, the water glistened under the late morning sun. "Please, don't let me interrupt," Emre said with a grin. "Just finished my morning routine at the studio and thought I'd say hi. I've got a class at 11. Lauren nodded, cheeks pink. "You're never an interruption." There was a peacefulness about him, how he watched the Bosphorus like it was breathing with him, how his presence seemed to slow down the world just enough for her to feel safe. But her phone buzzed again, then again, and again. She flipped its screen down, her jaw tensing. Emre's eyes flicked to the phone. He noticed, but said nothing. Inside his calm gaze, a quiet awareness formed. Something, or someone, was reaching out to Lauren, but Imre knew better than to pry. He trusted time. He trusted her. When she's ready, he thought, she'll tell me, and I'll listen. He took a sip of her tea without asking, and she let him. That, in itself, was intimacy. Actually, Lauren said suddenly, her voice quieter than before, I had a weird dream last night. Oh? Emre asked, his eyes softening. She explained the ocean wave, the feeling of trying to hold on to something that slipped away. Emre listened thoughtfully. Sounds like your subconscious is processing something, maybe an insecurity, or a fear of losing something you're trying to trust. Lauren stiffened slightly. Or maybe it was just, I don't know, a memory from childhood. We used to go to the beach every summer. I'd always sleep on the sand. Emre nodded, accepting her words without argument. But he noticed how quickly she pulled away from the emotional thread. She was always trying to act stronger than she felt. That evening, Lauren visited Emre's studio. She didn't enter, just stood quietly by the open door, watching. Inside, Emre was conducting a one-on-one meditation session with a stunning brunette. Her name floated to Lauren's ears. Ayla. Very good, Ayla, Emre said gently. Deep breaths. Now clear your mind. Focus inward. Let go. Lauren's eyes lingered on Ayla's perfect posture, her poised body, her chest rising deeply with each inhale. Something cold and bitter stirred. Ayla had that soft, glowy kind of beauty, the kind that didn't need effort to impress. Lauren turned on her heel and walked away before Emre could notice. At the receptionist desk, a tray of cupcakes caught her eye. Reflexively, she picked one up. Pink frosting, tiny sprinkles. Down the cobbled street, she walked with the cupcake in hand. There's nothing to be jealous about, she told herself. It's just his job. That's his student. But when she looked down, she saw her hand tightly clenched. The cupcake's soft center had burst, creamy fillings squeezing out between her fingers. Her breath quickened. She had come here thinking she needed closure with Alex, a final boundary for an old, jealous ex. But now, what if I'm the jealous one? What if I become an ex? Again? She stopped beneath the dim glow of a street lamp, the cupcake ruined in her palm. Somewhere, deep within, the dream returned to her. The wave, the warmth that wouldn't stay, the fear of losing something she barely just found. And suddenly, she didn't know who she was more afraid of confronting, Alex or herself. Next episode, confrontation. Don't you love me anymore?